Hi there, thank you for your interest in the Cake Ninja. I'm going to give you a very brief overview of what this Ninja has included. Here, I'm going to start you on the instructions tab. All your tabs are down across the bottom. As you can see, the instructions are very detailed, and each one has a written instruction and a YouTube tutorial. All right, so no problems. And several of these don't even need a tutorial because they populate themselves. You don't have to do anything. Next thing, setup. When you first get it, you will put in all your particular numbers here, how much you charge, what your delivery rates are, all those particulars, how many you have 12 different options to put to places that you deliver to. You'd only put it in once and then it's all automatically calculated. Same thing with the kind of payment that you use and that you accept. Put those in there once and then they're going to apply to all the other pages. So that's what I love about this setup is you do it once and you can change it easily if you need to. You always change it on the setup, but put it in once and then it takes care of it on all the other sheets. Also details about your frosting, your batters, all of that can be absolutely customized. I have defaults in here which work for me and I think they'll work for you. If they don't, you go back and you change it. Cardinal rule, never put anything in a square that isn't yellow. Okay, always applies in every situation, except for one, and I'll tell you later. There's a step-by-step tab, which has a very detailed way to price a cake and put it into the system for the tracking, for the payments, for everything. And then there's a quick little short version of those 15 steps. You're only going to need this about 2 or 3 times. When you're done with it, you go ahead and you hide it. And it's easy to hide any sheet you're not using anymore. So like on mine, I've hidden the instructions and the setup. It's easy to find them again, but they make your Ninja a little bit cleaner. So the way to hide anything is to just go down here, hide the sheet, and there it goes away. If you want to find a sheet or look at all your sheets, you just go over here to the lines. All your sheets are here, okay? And you just click on the one you want. All right, this is a sample that I just decided to price out. So we'll be using this sample as the way that you see that the Ninja can work for you. Here's the baking calculator, and you can see that if you want a 6 and an 8, let's say, so I have a 3 layers of a 6-inch, give me 12 servings. I've put a 3 in here for an 8-inch, is 23 servings. It tells me automatically that totally that'll give me 35 servings. It tells me here exactly how much batter and everything that I need. And then down here it's summarized, and this is where you're going to take it from to put it into your costing master. Okay, let me show you the income and expenses. All right, this is what you're going to give to your tax guy or put it into TurboTax, whatever you need. Your mileage, your cost of goods, your overhead, your itemized things from below. So here I have that I bought some Vistaprint stickers and I put them in, what I paid, how I paid for it, what kind of an expense it is, and I put it under the actual month that it belongs. So all of that's going to be calculated for you. Your gross income comes from the other sheets. It's automatic. Expenses automatically put here and summarized. Taxes automatic. You don't have to do any of that. The only thing you have to put in, once again, is anything in yellow down here, and then it'll automatically calculate for you. All right, here's the order tracker, and this is done by month. So this comes from the Costing Master, and that is very simple. I'm not going to explain it now because this is just a brief overview. So you've got all your information about the name of it, when it's due, time-wise, where it's going to be to, total number of servings. And then if you want to, you can add on your own anything in here in terms of details. All this business data comes from another sheet, which I will show you in a minute. All automatic. All you have to do is copy and paste it on every order that you're putting into this. I did not make this yellow. This is one of the exceptions because that would just be so much yellow. I may change my mind, but the next thing you're going to see here is the quick look, which is a great way for you to see over time in the course of the year your gross income, your profit margin, what you earned in labor, and that's all coming from what you told me that you pay yourself in labor per hour, how much you earn in profit. That's all automatically calculated for you. Total number of sales, like did you sell 7 kegs? Did you sell 400 kegs? That'll all be there by month. So at the end of the year, you'll be able to see this going up and down. It's really cool. How much taxes you collected, what your gross sales were. That's what your gross sales was minus taxes and cost of goods. What methods of payment are the most commonly used, and any service charges that you have that is calculated quarterly. Your payment details, this is where you keep track of who paid you. So as you put things onto the order tracker, they're going to automatically appear here. So you're going to say, okay, sample A, this is the quote I gave her, and this is automatic. You don't have to put that in. You will have to put in what she paid you. Okay, so she paid me $430.21 on the 1st of January. She paid via PayPal. So it tells me here that she paid the total amount. She owes me 0. And this turns red whenever it's in 1 month of the due date. So you know, oh, okay, the due date's coming up for this wedding, and it's 1 month, and I've told them I want it, the final payment in 1 month. It's going to turn red. This one's red because it's completed. If you charged anything, that refundable deposit's going to appear here. So like $50, so you remember, oh, I got to pay them $50 back when they bring me that stand or whatever. And any service charges. And she forgot to pay a friend, so there was a PayPal service charge there. So I put that there. Again, if it's yellow, you can enter. If it's not yellow, it's automatic and you don't worry about it. All right? Now, you're all wondering, where the heck did all these prices come from? The individual recipe costs is where all the ingredients for all your recipes exist. I have my prices in here, and if you're in the United States, it's probably pretty close. But you'll want to go ahead and check your receipts when you go shopping and go ahead and put the price that you get it for, the number of grams that you got in that price, and then the price per gram will calculate itself automatically. Then when you put a recipe in, for example, I took the recipe name out here, but I needed 140 grams of flour for that. And as you see, this will pop up. So if you needed 2 cups of flour, you know it's okay. It's 240 grams of flour, because I have this little calculator here for you on each and every ingredient. It's super handy because most of us aren't working in grams, but you have to start working in grams. All right, so I need 140 grams. And then it tells me, okay, that is 12 cents in flour. Okay, and it does that for every single item. I've given you enough room for 100 recipes. Okay, you can color code things the way you like. You can see that I have some color coding here kind of left over. I'm going to have that cleaned up for you when it's all done and yours. So I also put down here, and you should too if you use different things like paper towels, parchment paper, sanitizer, dish soap, saran wrap, all those kinds of things, all priced out already for you. Okay, now this is your cost master. Each and every one of your clients is going to get a cost master. And so you're going to put, you're going to make a copy of this and duplicate it. And then that one will be for that customer. Okay, so what I've done here is I've made a cost master for this sample A. Remember a minute ago? Okay, so sample A, so you would put Smith Wedding or whatever. I always like to put it by their name. I find it easier to keep track of things rather than by unicorn cake or 3-tier semi-naked, because you're going to have a lot of 3-tier semi-nakeds in the course of a year. So I always put it by Smith, Ellington, Friedbach, whatever the name is, okay? All right, so then you're going to go ahead and put a description of the cake, which is kind of handy, so you know, oh, okay, at least I'm in the ballpark. I know what I'm doing. How many servings? Click this twice, and you'll be able to choose the due date, enter the time that it's due, enter the kind of payment that they're going to give you. This helps because when you wonder, okay, did they pay me, or how did they pay me? What exactly did they pay me? You know how, so you can just go to PayPal without searching all the different methods. Now, you've put this in, so these are mine, but you've put yours in, so they will automatically pop up. Same here. The delivery locations, these are all the ones that I go to. So you can just choose the ones that you've put in and it'll automatically calculate the mileage for you. You're just going to write in here what the name of the venue is. And then you're going to go down and you're going to choose either round pan, square pan, how many number of layers you want, different fill and frost flavors. So if it's all one flavor, you're only making one recipe. So that's a different amount of time than if you've got 2 different flavors and you're having to make 2 recipes. So if you put a 2, that's going to give you a calculation of more of your hourly rate, okay? You don't have to worry about calculating all that. It does it for you, but it needs to know if it's 1 or 2 or more flavors. And if you're making some succulents or some handwork or something like that, you go ahead and put in, I needed an extra hour of labor to make those succulents, or whatever it is, or 2 hours or whatever, because you can choose as many hours or portions of an hour you like. Okay, so kind of moving along quickly here. This is where you're going to put all the batters and everything that comes from your baking calculator. I showed you that earlier. This is your supports. These are the ones that I've put in. And again, if you get, these are the prices I get them for. If you get them for a different price, you put it in there because it's yellow. And in this case, I decided I needed 14 bubble straws. I needed a 10-inch cake round and an 8-inch cake round. I was going to put it on a 14-inch board, whatever. This all here will calculate and populate itself once you're putting your recipes in, easy peasy. And then up here is you're going to figure out, okay, so what am I actually going to charge this person? It tells you here what all your summary of costs are in case you're curious, but it's going to tell you right here, okay, it costs you this much to make the cake. You're going to try some different ideas for what your profit margin is. If you're going for around 30, you'll want to charge $3.82. I charged this lady a 28% profit, which ended up being $3.75. Okay. Then it comes out down here and I make a picture of this. I send it to them on the email. It's very easy for them to see. And here's the stuff you're going to copy and paste into the order tracker. All right, so you also have a price compare if you want to choose your different vendors and see, okay, this is where I'm getting it now. If I go to another vendor, this is what I get it for, and it will turn peach if it's the cheapest one. So you can keep track of what your best vendors are in terms of prices. You can do that for your ingredients, and here you do it for your supports, your cake boards and whatnot. Okay? For frequently priced items, if you don't want to keep repricing them, just put it here, and then you know it's always going to be the same, and you can copy and paste onto the tracker from here instead of repricing it. Here you can put in your old prices and your new prices, and you can compare and see if the Cake Ninja, how the Cake Ninja pricing has helped you. Here is a place where you can put links that you like. I like to keep certain links for vendors and whatnot and ideas and pictures here, so you can do that here. Here's a place where you can put photos of cakes for, so somebody wanted this cute little frog and the hedgehog, the other person wanted this kind of a cake, so just put it right there. An old school converter, which I never use because I've got automatic converters on all my pages. An old school chart, which I never use because I have the baking calculator, but they're there for you. So that is a quick, very quick overview of what the Cake Ninja has for you. I promise you'll be able to price a cake in 5 minutes and keep track of everything. At the end of the year, you'll be able to have a wonderful way of seeing how well your cake business did. Thank you.